Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is today's part 1 of Dephemerember December Daily, where the goal for 2023 is get out of your comfort zone. And I have recently fallen very deeply into the AI image generation rabbit hole, and I want to show you kind of what I did to create the few pages that I have done. And we are going to do in two parts. Today, the first part will be the show you how the app works that I am using. And then I will go away, create some pages, and then we will actually use them to see how relatively cheap and easy this is. So I have brought the camera down a little closer. I am hoping that that is going to be it's centered enough. So this is the Apple Store, and you will notice that I have used the prompt AI drawing image generator. And there's a lot of apps, blah, 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 blah. You can pick whatever one you want. When I am looking for an app, what I often do is look at the number of ratings and how many downloads there have been. So this was 10,000. This is 796. That's 4,000. The one that I picked is this Wombo Dream because that's 13,000. And I figured, yeah, you know what? That's going to be the one that I use as my exploration. I am not sponsored by them. I am not in any way connected with them. It is just, oh, let's see what this does, and have a click, because we are supposed to be getting out of our comfort zone. And I need to put that tea somewhere because I'm really needing my handy pandies. So downloaded this already, so we could save that step, and now we can open. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Ta-da! So don't need to worry about that. So this is the first time that I'm using the app on this device. So I do not want notifications. I would like to try it out. This is the in-app purchases, so you can buy the premium account. The premium account gives you generating 4 outputs at once, faster image processing, no watermarks, removing ads, and a whole bunch more. The monthly cost, as they're setting here, is $13.49, and you can begin a 3-day trial for the premium at 26% off. I do not need any of that. Boop. So you get a prompt. In this box here, you can type anything, and you can see some examples above. So cute something with a wizard hat holding an ancient, comma, worn, comma, book. Fizzy drink, comma, small bubbles, comma, sparkle, comma, glistening. So step 1, we are going to put in our prompts. So one of the things that I like a lot for Christmas is the color scheme: red, gold, green, green, comma, okay. What do we want to do? Let's how about this? Yuletide goddess with crown, What else do we want to put? Let's stop there, and then we can add more fancies as we change. So those are the prompts. Give me a Yuletide goddess with a crown, red, gold, green, and then, okay, so you got to hit return a bunch of times. So here is the next part, which is choose your art style. It says Dreamland, but you want to do that, and you can do one of two things. You can surprise me. It's going to give you a prompt, or you can see all of the styles. And there are these ones here, the premium ones. Whoops, I know, shoe, there we are, that's it, good job. These ones here are in the premium account. We don't have access to that, but we do have access to any of the other ones. So there's newly added ink, whimsical, horror, dark fantasy, baroque. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And somewhere I think down here there is steampunk. But let's do the ink. The ink? Let's try the ink. Okay? And then we create. This little wavy line is thinking, thinking, thinking. This was the first time that I read the premium, and the notion of the premium is faster than this. Ta-da! Okay, you don't have to worry about that. No. Nope. There. So we have a Yuletide goddess. I can click share, and I can save image. I can say okay. Access to my photos. Not worried. Wow. That was Gracie. Scared the bits off me. Okay, so my phone does this a little different. Let's try it again. So what did I say? Red, gold, green. Crown. Now, because I have just opened this app and we have done the first pass, so with a lot of apps that you use for the first time, you have to do a lot of setup and clicking. And so you saw me do all of the setup and clicking, and now it knows that I have recently used something. It's like, did you like that? Yeah, sure, why not? And then we create. So I now have one image. I have a second image. Do I like that? Meh. I think the crown is a little much. So there's a button here that says regenerate. And it says, please do over, basically. It's a redo. I should have timed this. I can put the timer on now, so we know how long. Let's do this for 30 minutes. That one's better. I like that one. So we have share, sharing, save image, saved. Let's do it one more. Not now. So we have 2 images. Oof. That looks very kintsugi. We'll do one more. Don't like that one either. So we are going to stop. And what can we change? Let's change the style and look for steampunk. Steampunk 2. Let's see what we get. Ooh. I think that's hilarious. That would be so annoying so quickly. So here are some other things that the AI does or does not do when it is creating. So when a human being is creating an image, there is, we are human. We understand functionality and a lot of these additional relationships and sense making that an AI does not currently understand. Let's do one more. I'm not going to say that one. We're going to go through some styles first. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, one more. See, this is my problem. It's like opening ooh. I like the green hair. And the crown is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like the floof here, there's something there, that's fabric, there's metal on top of it, and then the crown is on one of these floofs. But I love her green hair. You could probably go back to the prompt list and go, comma, green hair. Okay, so we've done that one, steampunk. What other styles do we want? Let's try horror, which is not as horror as one might think. Because I was doing sort of surprise me, and the image came out really nicely. Okay, that did not come out really nicely. Possibly because it's a person. Because if you have a thing, having a thing is different than having a person, and having a thing and a person is different from having an animal. Not awful. I mean, not a huge fan, but I mean, if you were into that kind of style, that would be amazing. Oh, okay, so let's get rid of horror, because that's just lame. Baroque. If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Let's see what we get with that. And while that thinks, I need to go get a Kleenex. Look at that. I've got a Kleenex and it's still thinking. There we are. Foot's kind of weird. Like the cat, or whatever that is. Not a huge fan. Let's do one more. This piece here is just there, and the crown is overscaled, and the hair is kind of odd. Some forms are more easily done than others. Now, is there any other ones that we can use? I'm not going to use Dark Fantasy. There was another one that was kind of inert. Let's try Spectral. Why not? Ooh! So even if you did know how to draw, there are idea generation concepts that would present themselves here. So one of them is that there is an echo of the goddess here and then the goddess. So that is really neat to me. That would be an amazing front of an envelope, let's say. Let's do another one. And you'll notice how the images vary a lot from each other, and they do not necessarily repeat in a way that is reverting back. If it looks like a previous one, wow, that's kind of bananas. I'll do one more. And then we'll change the prompt. Oh, I know. I get two of them. Two for the price of one. That's fun. There's one other style. Dreamland. Let's try that. There we are. That's beautiful. Green hair even. So let's save that one. Save image. Regenerate. Not now. Go. Thank you. So this is me on a Saturday morning with a cup of tea and an iPad. I have downloaded the app to 11 minutes ago, and I am generating this kind of image, the image quality. And I like that one too. Save image. Okay. Let's go back, and then Yuletide with crown. Yuletide forest scene. Birds and deer. Okay, see what we get. No idea. In terms of the things that I have learned with this app, there's certain kinds of things that it has difficulty with. So for example, this deer here has got 5 legs. Not ideal. This one has got 2. This one has got 3. And the 2s and 3s, this one has got 3 as well, could be okay. And if you were a digital artist, it would be super easy to, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe it's really complicated. I'm guessing it's not. You can take this image, put it into whatever your image modification package is, clean up your bits, and then you have a clear image without doing all of this background work. And that's a thing. That's a thing to keep in mind, I think. Did I finish my sentence on detection? So it gave a very good example. So legs, feet, hands, really hard time. So sometimes an image might not be what you want because of appendage issues. So this one would work, but he's got 4 feet. Everybody's got 4 feet. I love that. That's epic. So let's share that. Let's keep that. I was doing unicorns, and obviously the corn, the unicorn has the horn of the unicorn. That's what I want to say. Placement middle forehead. Not always placement middle forehead. Lacking a leg, might be able to get away with it. Head chopped off. So, not ideal. Do it again. And so what I might do is take the deers out, because the deers aren't adding anything, and they, figured it out, good job. That's kind of a mushroom. Not bad. Okay, let's go back. Birds and pine trees. Let's try that. So one of the things that I learned doing this today was the use of the word comma to delineate ideas. Ooh, that's fun. It's dark. That kind of looks like a parrot. Oh. Yes, we totally have to. We totally have to. Why have I taken this long to figure that out? I don't know the answer to that. See what we get. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is how the rabbit hole starts. You fall down and then you can't get up. Another thing that we can point out. Let's use this. So here is the parrot. Here is the tail from said parrot. So that we as humans would only have very deliberately put the tail over there as some kind of expressive message. We would probably have all had some idea that, oh, well, tail kind of goes here. But these parrots are pretty good. So I want to go back. I want to do a single parrot. Try again. Why did it take me so long to figure out that I should do a parrot? Well now. These claws are two, good job, right color. Doesn't look entirely right, but for my purposes, as a non-artist, someone who does not have any other mechanism for doing image editing, this is good enough for me. I absolutely adore this color combination. That is gorgeous. So we'll save that image and we'll try again, see what else we get. So what I'm going to do after, we've got 13 minutes. At the end of this, I will stop and I will transfer these images to PowerPoint, resize them likely, print them out, and then for part 2, we will then use the images that we just created here in some kind of a crafty thing. That's kind of dumb. It ruins that sort of image. These would have been fine. Would have kind of like that. Very pretty though. I really like this. And I really like these bits. Maybe I should just take parrot out. Because the other thing I want to do is a background. Have some just color. How come we've got plurals again? I'm just gonna. One parrot, please. So this is a computer. Ooh. Okay, not bad. This is the weirdest looking ornament. But I do like Buddy. There are probably, so what I was about to say is there are probably a lot of good images of parrots on the internet or in the digital realm, which is what we know as the internet. So every artist who has art digitally done, oh, that looks spectacular. I love that. That's kind of weird. So this tree has a swirly weird. This tree doesn't make sense, but I kind of don't care. So all of the artists who have been making art and whose art is now on the internet is informing these images. So there is potentially copyright issues. There is plagiarism issues. And plagiarism and copyright, I suppose, they're not entirely the same thing, but they're kind of. Counterfeiting. Misrepresentation, which isn't exactly illegal, but kind of dodgy. So last time I said, look how much so I have gone from this kind of an artist to this kind of an artist. We understand I cannot draw this. I can draw that. You saw me draw it. That's my skill level. But I can produce something now that it's this skill level. That, if you didn't know that I was a crappy drawer, and I just presented you with images that were like this, you might, at this point in our development of AI, might think, oh, hey, you can make digitals. I cannot. I can use an app that I downloaded 20 minutes ago, put in some keywords, and reiterate fast enough that I can get something that will be suitable enough. That has artistic implications, I think. Did I save it? I think I saved it. I'm going to do it again. So, important to keep in mind, this is my skill level. This is not. This is a computer drawing for me using all of the digital imagery that exists in the world and then recombining it. Ooh, I like that one too. So I think my images are going to be the goddesses and the parrots. Let's do one more. Go. So we've got 8 minutes left. After this one, I should go back and do some backgrounds. So that we have some pages that are just, like I say, part of the feel and not, ooh, did they get the feet right? I always look. So this branch, where's it going here? I like it's like you quickly go, oh, I really love this. It's a great image. And then you look. So this branch comes this way. His feet are here, so he is facing us. I suppose we could argue that he is sort of bulk of his body on this side, feet landed this way, and a total turn. Maybe. I will save it, but I'm not super happy with it. So another stretch, another get out of your comfort zone following the brief that this allows is for me to look more closely at images. So I was just assuming that any kind of image that I am seeing is drawn by the person, and now I can create this. I know how I created it, and now I can look and say, well, is this correctly drawn? Is there enough modification that I can see-ish that it was generated using AI? Not all the time. Okay, what did I want to get rid of? Get rid of the parrot. Yuletide forest pine trees. Let's see what we get with, I just say background. It's interesting. So computers have been previously used at great reward, I guess, to generate numbers, to do computations. Interesting. Don't like it. And this is kind of the same, but really different. Because a number is a number. A 12 is a 12. A 4 is a 4. Style, color choice, placement. There is a lot more artistic energy in this versus 3 + 2 = 5. This isn't 3 plus 2 equals 5 anymore. Lots of yellow. I like the yellow. It's too much green. See what we get. So I'm also learning to interface with this application. So we had previously, the trees were too dark. It was paying attention to my words of pine and giving me a lot of green, but the green is too dark and things are getting lost, and I wanted to have something brighter. So I basically said, go emphasize the yellow. This is an emphasized yellow, which will be fine. Something else that I want to do. Oops. Christmas decorations. This is probably going to be a lot of stuff. So there's a lot to think about with this. Certainly in our neck of the internet. That looks goofy. No, it's not so bad. That looks kind of like plum pudding. What did I want to do? So I want to do this. Get rid of the decorations. Get rid of the pine trees. And then just do that. See what kind of forest it gives me. On the first pass, because I could do this all day. This to me is like a one-armed bandit in gambling, where you can just do it over and over and over and over and over again just to see what you get. There are some brains that really like that. That looks totally fall. Can we stop you now? That's fall. That's ridiculous. Yuletide. Give me that. There we are. That's not awful. So I'm going to take that out for a second, and I'm going to say Christmas rainforest, because that's where I think parrots live, in the rainforest, I'm thinking. So we're at 47 seconds. Oh, I don't want to stop. It's so much fun. You know, it goes too green. And I know when I print that green, it will be very dark. I should say light green. Turn that off for a minute, because I don't want to startle you. Yeah, no. What did I want to do? Oh, yes. Okay, red, gold, and green. So the next Dephemerember prompt is going to be plaid. and polka dot. Yuletide Goddess. Just for as we would say, grins and giggles. And then I totally have to stop because we have enough images now. I will plunk them into PowerPoint, print them out, and then our part 2 will be playing around. No plaid, but we do have polka dots. Not a fan. Possibly not ink. Let's try steampunk. Steampunk is going to be startling, I think, because it really does a human. There's no polka dots. And there were other things wrong with the image. Well, she's just cute as all get out. I'll do one more. Oh, I can't stop. It's like opening Kinder Surprise. Wow. Well, it looks like she has a bagpipe hanging off her head. That's not great. Yeah, no. Nope. Big bucket of nopes. Let's go back to Dreamland. Go back to Dreamland. See what we get. So we, as humans, understand, combine somehow plaid with polka dot. Cannot cope. Currently, we have not seen both of those in the same image. It either goes totally plaid or totally polka dot. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is intense. So, full points, kind of plaid, kind of polka dot, also hideous. Wow. Wow. Oh, all right. Well, I am fine. I appreciate that. So it was creating an inappropriate image, and it flagged it, and we didn't have to see it, and I am eternally grateful for that. Good on you, because creating images, when you have something in your eyeballs, sometimes it's hard to get hard to get out. Her hands are funky. So that should be a thumb. That's not a thumb. That's kind of a chunky hand. Okay, I am going to stop now because I said I was going to stop. And if I don't stop, I won't stop. So this is part 1 of Dephemerember December Daily. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something new. And my trying something new is AI and thinking about it in my own art practice and seeing what it does for me, what questions and thoughts and concerns it brings up, and also what results I get, which is the fun part. So I will be back anon with some more of December Daily, and I might sort of bring the camera up so you don't have to be so darn close to my mat. Or you can drop a comment and say, yeah, you know what? I like this close-up. Talk to you soon. Love you lots. And I always appreciate your company.